Hi, this is Sahana. In this video, we are going to understand where keyword in C Sharp. As you all know, there are several keywords in C Sharp. Where keyword is used for implicit typing in C Sharp. In case of implicit typing, compiler determines the data type of a variable based on its initialization expression. In C Sharp, we can declare variables in two ways. One is explicit declaration and other form is implicit declaration. In case of explicit declaration, we specify the data type explicitly. Let's say I want to declare integer type variable and it's going to be number 1. Here we have specified the data type as int. This is explicit declaration. We are explicitly telling the compiler that my variable num1 is of type integer. And if it is going to be string, if I want to declare string type variable, I will say this str1, this string1, this variable is of type string. Now compiler knows what is the type of the variable. Same concept applies to user defined types also. See, here we have a student class. Let's try to declare student class. I'll say student1. All these are explicit declaration. That means compiler knows type of these variables. See, compiler knows that num1 is integer type variable. If I try to assign num1 string type value, then we will get error because compiler knows num1 is integer type variable. So it throws error if we try to assign any other type of value. As we have already discussed, we use where keyword for implicit typing. Let's discuss what is implicit typing. I will comment this code. Now, in case of implicit typing, while declaring variable, we don't specify the specific type. Instead, we use where keyword. I will say where num1, but I have to assign the value. So, compiler decides the type of variable based on the value we assign. So let's declare where string1 and I will assign the value string1 is student. As value is a string type, compiler knows that string1, this str1 variable is of type string. Same goes for this user defined type. Based on these values, compiler has decided the type of these variables. Now, compiler knows that num1 is integer type variable, this string1 is string type variable, and the student is of type student class. And don't get confused, these types will be decided at compile time, not at runtime. Even implicit typing is same as explicit typing. Only difference is in case of explicit typing, we explicitly define the type of variable, and in case of implicit typing, compiler decides the type based on the value that we assign. That is the only difference. Let's verify this thing now. Now I'll try to assign string type variable to this num1. Now I have assigned string type variable. See, I've assigned string type variable. Compiler is telling cannot implicitly convert type string to int. So this is implicit typing with where keyword. Please note, once the type is inferred, it cannot be changed again. That's the reason we were not able to assign string type variable to this integer type variable. Because we have already assigned 0 to num1, compiler has decided that num1 is of type integer. Now compiler will not let us change the type of the variable. Where type can only be used within methods, loops and block level scopes. It cannot be used for class level fields. See, this is our student class and this class has 4 fields. See, this ID has a type int. Instead of int, if I try to make it where, then compiler will not accept this. This will give you error. The contextual keyword where may only appear within a local variable declaration or in a script code. If I have a private field, see, if I have a private field string first name, instead of string, if I try to use where, again we get error. Again we get same error. Let's say we have this public method, and if I try to declare some variable with where keyword, inside this method if I try to use where keyword, then this is acceptable. But we cannot use where keyword for fields or these properties. Next time whenever you use where keyword, just remember where is the implicit type and the compiler decides the type of variable based on the value we assign. And once assigned, we cannot change the type and it's going to be the same throughout the application. That's it for today's session. See you soon in the next video. Thank you.